I want to show you an example of feature envy. This is a code smell that occurs often, and this is an example of it. So if I go to, let's see, I have a finite state machine here that I coded for my web app, and basically any kind of remote call to the server has to call the context, which is my view model, and a remote service, and then call the given function. So this is done through the context over and over again for all of them. So the context, that remote service, etc., being called by another, all of them, they all have to go through this intermediary person or thing. So basically, if I want to emit to all other users that I'm available, the state has to communicate with the view model. The state has to communicate through this view model to communicate with this. But the view model does not actually use it, really. If you look at my view model here, it uses it, but very little. Like, it initializes the remote service, but if you look at how many times it's actually being used, 6 times, like, and 4 of those times is the initialization. So where is it being used? Oh, it's being used to connect, and it's being used to query what the new friend's ID is. But I mean, other than that, it's barely being used. However, in all these other states, every single one here, all of these guys are all using it. So I have a huge amount of code that is trying to talk to this class through this guy when this guy barely uses it. So that's feature envy. This should be a composed. This should be held in here rather than in here. Currently, this is being held as a reference right here. So it's not very cohesive. This should be here because, well, it's these guys that are using it. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to refactor this such that the video call remote service will be held in the state rather than in the view model. The view model should only be responsible for things that are on the view. Okay.